Hello everyone, yes, it's the borders again. I thought I would come on today and show you how I've been doing them. This is finished these off last night. Oh, I'm having great fun just using all different crayons. These ones are with, whether it's picking it up all right, with the woody pencils, 3-in-1s. These ones are with something called glow sticks, which I will show you in a minute. I'm going to demonstrate them in a minute. These ones are tiger pastels, just cheap chalky pastels from the tiger shop. And these ones are inscribe oil pastels that I picked up from a car boot. So you get good results with all of them, with anything. So I've been doing all of these on music paper, but before I get started, I mean, you can do it on any paper. Yeah, I've done them on junk mail before, on painted papers. Last night I was doing some and I thought I'll just try it on a sheet of plain paper, and this is, it's Daler Rowney cartridge paper. It's not watercolour paper, but these were the woodies, for anybody that doesn't know what I'm talking about. These were called Woody's 3-in-1 pencils that I've recently got. They're 3-in-1, they're pencil, crayon, wax crayon, and they're water soluble, and they're just lovely. They smear lovely, as you can see. So that's just on plain paper. And then something this morning, I was looking for something else and I come across adult colouring book, and I thought, oh, that'd be great, that would save me stamping on them and that. So I've got to finish that one off sometime. But yeah, I've just been scribbling. That's all I'm doing at the moment, is scribbling. So I will show you, and the ones I'm going to use are, because they're bright colours and think you'll see better, are these, which the lovely Fifi crafter, I've even left the note in there, she sent me, what, 3 years ago when I had a challenge for Mr. Doodle's birthday. She said she'd got a duplicate set, so she sent me them, and they're lovely. I don't know where you got them from. I don't think it's got a, although I've got a funny feeling I've probably seen them in the works somewhere, so I thought I would use these. I don't know whether this yellow will show up. This colour probably won't. You probably won't be able to see it because the sheet music, it's really old paper and it's got that lovely old smell. Well, if you like that sort of smell. That's all I've been doing. That one doesn't want to work very well. I think it's nearly empty actually. Use an orange one. Sometimes I've just been doing little curls or stripes or anything, just getting colour down basically. And then I've been going over them all. I don't know whether it says on these that just says paint sticks, but whatever crayons, let me see, whatever crayons I've used, I've gone over them with watered down glue. Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Thank you ever so much, Fifi. So this is all I've been doing. I'm going to have to, the next step, after I've put some glue on this, I'm going to have to go to another sheet of paper. It's already dried, but just, this glue is, it's just PVA glue that I don't measure anything, just mix it with water until it's runny basically, and then I just give it a coat of this. Obviously the water soluble ones smear and the oil ones don't. And I don't mind either way, I just think it's, so these ones they're quite sticky, quite a sticky crayon. these are probably not water based, I don't know, because they're not smearing a lot. They're lovely. So that's all I've been doing. Just bung that out the way, get over there. So I'm going to hang that up. So we've just got that. In fact, I better hang it up or it'll just a minute. I'll be with you in a second. Right, so we'll pretend that that's it dried. Okay. And I'm still going to have to use another sheet as well, but the next sheet that I use will be a different colour. Because I'm not thoroughly organised. I'll show you some more of the crayons in a bit. Then I've been stamping on them. Right, shall we use these stamps? Are from the lovely Geraldine. Jer little snippets sent me, so thank you for those, Jer. And I don't think about anything, I'm just slap it on. More is more. I don't do the less is more thing, as you'll see in a minute. These stamps, these ones are all what, use this one, come free with Craft Stamper magazine. That was one of the recent ones. Circles on. Again, that one's from Craft Stamper magazine. You don't have to go mental like this, but I just love doing them. You wouldn't have guessed that, would you, by the amount of times you've seen them? Right, that'll do for this one. You can obviously be as neat or as untidy as you want to be. And I also thought that they would be nice with, you know, you don't have to have bright colours and that. They would be nice on either tea dyed or coffee dyed paper. You could just stamp with, I thought, like a pale teal coffee dyed paper with a brown stamping on, and then probably some gold flakes on. I thought that would be nice. So it all depends what you've got. Let's say I've got loads of this sheet music. Right, what do we want next? Another thing I've been doing, which I've only done this last few lots because I've only just got them. Posca pens. Excuse the noise a minute. I have been shaking them, and I've just, I don't know why I've shook all of them because I'm not going to use all of them, but literally just been, you can do fancy doodles if you want, which I have done on some others, but these ones I've just been doing random dots and then flicking them, but I don't think they're shook up enough to, no, they're not flicking. Oh, how pretty is that, look? That's lovely. You don't even have to cut it up for borders, but this is what I'm doing, so. But that's really pretty. I think so, anyway. I'm just going to leave that one to dry, and then I would put some white on as well, but I'll leave that one to dry. It's pretty, isn't it? Just hang that up there. Now here comes the fun bit. So as if by magic it's been hung up to dry and it's changed colour. Which colours did I use? Oh yeah, these were the glow sticks, and the pinks and the blues and the purple. Right, I'm going to put I do this two different ways. Sometimes I draw the lines, the shapes of the borders on it first, and then put the gold flakes on. Or sometimes I put the gold flakes on, which I'm going to do that next, I think. Put the gold flakes on all over it. You can omit this step if you either haven't got any or you don't like the mess, but this is a dryer sheet, one of your tumble dryer sheets, because they're anti-static. Not that I'm really bothered about that, but right, where's my glue? Now I've tried with all sorts of glue. I've tried with PVA, with glue stick, with this stuff. I've tried with another sticky glue. It doesn't really matter what glue you use, although I do think glue stick is more instant. So I'll use glue stick, I think, and you get more of it on. But usually if I do can't speak. If I do the border shapes first, then I tend to use this and just do it like writing or scribbles in between the lines. But I'll just put some of this on. You can see it's still got, oh, in frame. Am I even recording? Oh yes. Just a minute, let's take these out. I'll have to come in and put some more on. Moron? Who are you calling a moron? Love it. Just get a brush and it's flying all over the place. I just really love using this. The thing, I got this when I went to the craft fair at the NEC about, oh, I don't know, 5-6 years ago probably. First and only time I've been to the craft show. And I'd seen people using this. I really want some, and it was a good price. Can't remember how much it was. But it comes in a tiny bag, and honest to goodness, there's so much in it. I mean, this is nearly finished now. You need to put it in a big tub, and I probably had it for 2 years before I even used any. But it's like, I just love it now. Yeah, so I could put some more bits on, but I shan't bother. That's that. Put that away. Oops, that one's coming undone. Let me put the lid on that. We don't want any big accidents, do we, to waste it? No, 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 no. What I usually do is just go over it with my thingy cloth. Thingy cloth, you know what that is, don't you? A thingy cloth. Of course you do, you smart people. You all know my language. It's a thingy cloth. The anti-static cloth, just to get the final bits off. And then I go over it again. Can we see? Can we see? Can we see? Whoa. And I would leave that to dry and then, ooh, sticky, and then draw the lines on. Just let me hang that one up. There we go. Right. Oh, where's my other sheet gone then? Oh, we're falling at the hurdle. Oh. All right, well I haven't got another sheet. I thought I'd got a sheet that had got all those on. Yeah, no I haven't. So we'll just pretend. We'll pretend that these lines aren't here. Well, I can actually show you. I'll show you on one of these. And then all I do is just, I can put dots and stuff on this later on. And I haven't said at the beginning, not my idea. This is a lovely Ilene McInnes. I saw her do these 3 or 4 years ago. I think she called them whimsical borders or something, and I just love them. So I will leave the link to Ilene's channel. And just, I mean, you can, you know, be as neat as you want doing this. You can see I'm not neat. Yeah, just like that. And then the next bit is cutting them out, but I really don't think you want to see me cut them out. These ones are, you see that one? I'm really annoyed because I thought I'd got one of those brightly coloured ones done that I could chop up, and I haven't, but I've left it in the other room. But this one is, oh, these are the woody pencils, crayons. Just the brown, the green, the red and the yellow ones. And then I put blue and yellow and red Posca pens and white Posca pens. And looking at it, I think I've probably used that for to put the gold on. And then I just cut them out, but we all know how to cut things out, don't we? This isn't even the scissors that I use. Do you have to have the right scissors, don't you? These aren't really. I've got a smaller pair that I like, but I just love doing these. Should be taking some downstairs tonight. I think Mr. Doodle said there's football on the telly tonight. It's when he told me the other night. He says, oh, it's football on Wednesday. I says, oh, lovely, craft room for me then. So I shall either be up here or go down and be cutting some of these out. And then I do go round the edges again with the black pen. Because as you'll see, some of them when you've cut them out, and I can't really see what I'm doing now to cut these out because I normally need it like right up here. Yeah, when you cut them out, some of them haven't got the black on. Well, you don't have to have black, you could do some with white. In fact, they would look nice with white. But these pens, oh, I love these pens. I've just ordered some more actually. I don't know where I first got one from. I think Mr. Doodle probably gave me one from somewhere. I've got that one and that one. These are expensive online, but I've just ordered some of these on eBay and they're quite cheap, and they're really good. They seem to last for ages. In case you can't read it, it's a Pentel N850 permanent marker, and they are really good and they last a long time as well. I know in the past I've bought the cheap ones from either Poundland or the Range or somewhere like that, where you probably get 6 for £1, but they're not really, well, I've never found them to be very good. Oh, look at these. They're just so pretty. I love them. I really love them. And I haven't got any preference to any of, you know, the materials that I've used. I just love them all. Even the soft pastels, I mean, they're lovely. You can put, well, I do. I don't suppose they're designed for putting watered down glue on, but I do. Look, that is just so yummy. And I'm really not organised. I meant to bring some things to show you what I've used them in. I've used them on postcards. Well, most of the people that follow me will have seen them anyway, but I'm into making postcards, so I'll put them on the bottom of a postcard, or, you know, in journals. You could put them on cards if you're into card making. See, that one, it all needs going around the edge with the black pen, but I'm not going to do that now. And the texture is lovely of the gilding flakes. Yeah, so I hope you have fun if you try them. I mean, if you know, you don't, I know some people, when people show their craft supplies, if you're just starting out, you're probably thinking, well, it's all right for them, I've not got all that. It takes time. It's been, you know, I've been years building up all my supplies, and I know I've just bought some, like the Posca pens and the woodies, but just generally other stuff I don't tend to buy now, like paper pads. Yes, they're beautiful pads out there, but I've got more paper pads than I'm ever going to use, and I won't buy digital images, because I think, why should I buy them? I've got all these blooming paper pads. I mean, they're lovely. If I was just starting out and hadn't got any pads of paper, then am I still recording? Oh, my camera's moved round. Was I saying? Oh yeah, if I was just starting out, then I think I would go down the buying the digital images, because, you know, people are so clever to be able to do them, and they're just absolutely beautiful. I've seen loads of ladies that use them, all different people's digital kits, and that they are really, really beautiful. But I'm like, no, I can't afford to be, you know, it would be stupid buying them and not using them. And I just don't want to start buying other stuff. I have bought digital stuff in the past. I've bought little bottle cap things when I had a craze on making the bottle cap embellishments. I bought, I don't know, probably 4 different designs of those. I'm a bit slow doing this. But all good things take time, don't they? You're probably thinking, good? You call that good? Yeah, we do. We do in this house. As I keep saying, do what you love and love what you do, and most of all, have fun. And if you're new to crafting, don't stress over anything, just do it. It's, you know, it's a piece of paper, you don't have to show anybody. If you don't like it, you just keep it, you don't throw it away, you just keep it, and you paint over it, and you do something else with it. You can always do something with it. You know, I mean, even if you was doing, like, if you thought you wanted to draw something, paint something, you know, as in a painting, and you didn't like it, and you did it on paper, watercolour paper or something, you don't like it, well, don't throw it away. Please don't ever throw anything away. You can always do something else with it. Cover it up and make borders. Cover it up and cut flowers out. Cover it up, make postcards. Cover it up and make ATCs, cover it up and just have fun, cover it up and don't like it and cover it up again. You know, just use your supplies, have fun. I'm really pleased with myself this year. I was thinking yesterday that my word of the I'm on my soapbox now, aren't I, going on? Thinking yesterday my word of the year is, I've never done a word of the year before, it is focus. And for January I thought, yep, I've been really focused, but it's past couple of weeks since I've got stuck into doing borders, like, ooh, you're slipping. And I thought, no, I'm just focusing on doing these, so I am focused. At least I'm not just sat watching television all day, which I don't. My trouble is when I'm crafting like now, I stand up. I don't like to sit down, but I find that I'm having to sit down a bit lately. I'm standing up now, but I'm having to sit down a bit lately because I've got bad posture anyway, which I've mentioned before, but I just get neck ache, really bad shoulder ache. But Mr. Doodle sits and rubs my shoulders at night for me, bless him. So it makes it all worthwhile. Yeah, I hope that's been all right for you, and hope it's inspired you to have a go. And just don't be frightened if you haven't got any. If you're starting out, just do it on some. I mean, I'm sure everybody could afford like one little pot of, or a couple of little pots of paint, or, you know, just start out doing on some, I've not got any handy, but some junk mail. Well, this is junk mail. I don't think you can see. That's just a frozen food leaflet that I've been sticking napkins down on. But just start on something like that. Just stick a bit of white paint on it, and, you know, you don't need lots of stamps, and then you could just, if you've got, you know, like the Posca pens, you don't need those. I've only recently started flicking that on. Another thing I've been using, and I'll have a look in a minute. These cheap as chips. I've had these ages, never used them. Surprise, surprise. These were £1 from Poundland. Just the kids' crayons, multicoloured, and I'd got them for something else. I thought that they would be good for fusing between paper. Just grate it up, but I haven't got round to that yet. But they... Right, I'm going to stop cutting now, because you've seen all that now. I'll show you some of these. Oh my god, this is going to be a really long video, sorry. I'm just going to show you some of the... Oh, that one was gelatos. It's quite pretty. But to be honest, I mean, the gelatos are quite expensive. I don't know whether these were expensive or not. I've no idea, but I mean, these are lovely to go on. They really glide on lovely. But anyway, that one's gelatos. This one is Hobbycraft watercolour pastels, which I've got those in here. Haven't got all my stuff in here. That's these. Now that you probably look at that and think, whoa, they look expensive, but they weren't. I think I got them for £5. I've had them a couple of years, and again, these go on absolutely beautifully. You know, so you don't need expensive supplies. Look at that. Just, I'm not even putting any pressure on. Just lovely. The really vibrant colours. So, but I will say about these that how big the stick is, you think, oh, there's quite a lot in there, but it's a bit deceiving. There isn't as much in them as you think, but for the money, they are really worth it, in my opinion, especially if you're just sort of starting out. And no, we won't have purple. We'll have orange, I think. Yeah, especially if you're just starting out. It's just fun. It's just fun, fun, fun. That's all we want. Scribbledy-doodah. How pretty is that? I'll put some yellow on, but I don't think it will show up. Oh, it will. And it's turning the pink a lovely orange as well. Oh, gorgeous. Yeah. So that's those. I'll put that there so I don't forget to seal it. Right, so that was that one. Done that one, haven't we? What's this one? Oh, that's Woody's. They're the Woody's crayons, not pastels, wax crayons. Again, they're Woody's, and I have noticed it does make a difference. Like that sheet music is, you can tell that it's a newer one than this one. This one is really old, so obviously if you've got a bright white paper, they're going to look even better. What's that one? That one is portfolios. I haven't brought those through with me. They're I think they're an oil one. This one is the Hobbycraft one again. But look, they're lovely. This one, oh, I've got some just pastels from Lidl, and I made the mistake of using orange and purple, which obviously it turns it muddy, so I should do something else over the top. But that was the Crolando pastel chalk pastels. This one, I love this. What's this one? Ah, now this one. Right, this is probably one of my favourite ones, because where are they gone? Come on, stop stealing my crayons, ladies and gents. Sorry, I do beg your pardon, you didn't steal them, they're there. That is these ones. They are cheap, they are good, but you really have to, you know, they're not highly pigmented. Well, I suppose they must be to a certain degree, but you have to work at it. And I've torn a few sheets because this is obviously fragile, but that is just so pretty. Yeah, that's those. This is a pale one, which is this one. Tiger pastels. Haven't got those. Yes, I have. That's these ones. Again, these are chalk pastels. I think these were £2 from the Tiger shop. Excuse me. It's that one. Those are Woody's again. Pretty colours. This one is Inscribe pastels, oil pastels. That's these ones, and I was lucky enough to get these from a car boot, and I think they was about £2.50. They'd been used, but oh, they smell lovely. That's those. Have I just done that one? Yeah. I've shown you that one. That one was Woody's. This one, that was Woody's. And that one was, I think that one was Woody's. I can't remember now. Yes, it was. And that one was Woody's. And on that note, I'm going to love and leave you because I'm on 35 minutes. I've never done that long a video before, I don't think. It'll take me forever uploading it. If I've missed anything out, which I most likely have, just give me a shout. If you want to see anything else, just give me a shout and I'll do my best. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.